Welcome back, everybody, to another F123 My Team Career Mode. Today, heading off to the Miami Grand Prix, which was also just run today as a day of recording. Congratulations to Lando Norris on his first career Grand Prix win. I was fortunate enough to watch the race, and it was a little bit boring at the beginning, but definitely made up for it at the end. Lots to watch there at the end. So let's get moving here, and let's get some different events going on here. Like I was kind of saying last time, I think we may be set up maybe not quite. We're close. I was going to say, we may be able to get all the different events in, but not quite. Looks like we actually have our season break here first. Let me move to the components. Definitely have to move that ICE over, and it doesn't look like we can do anything else there. Let's take a look in the R&D. See, there's nothing I can do in terms of downforce. So just need to save the resource points for now. I'm going to look for an ICE development here. Doesn't look like it can do anything at the moment. So just going to hang on to those points for now. In terms of the departments, let's look at let's just get, that's right, we're trying to save up for some R&D or some resource point generation stuff across the board. We could also work on the simulator for Piastri, but not going to do that at the moment. Let's advance through time here. Maybe be able to grab a few more upgrades, get those in the works before the season break. Not going to do anything yet. Let's see where that puts us. It's going to put us close to being able to put something in the works here, though I don't think quite close enough. And 16,000 there, 1552 there, and I want to get that next upgrade to be the what I'm looking for, to be an aero upgrade. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the resource point generation upgrade on the durability side of things. I should get that up to spec 2, plus that one was a little bit cheaper than some of the other ones, so I wanted to do that a second. Let's advance through some more time. Go to the personnel department. There's a company, Cody Gym. They're looking to provide us with gym equipment, but they're only interested in an exclusive basis. We need some new equipment, and trainers say this will... Okay, so it's a little bit of cash down the drain, but increases the focus.
Not an easy decision.
We're just going to go ahead, spend the cash.
Thanks.
And keep moving here. Does that get us close? Not close enough for an aero upgrade. We're just kind of stacked up in general in terms of resource points. There we finally get some points in. We can start working on some of this. We're going to look at the 1600 here. We'll work on this one next. That one's gone up a little bit in price as well. For whatever reason, I'm not sure what that is, but we'll keep moving here. That does get durability up to spec 2. So the only thing in spec 1 is the marketing department. So let's look at the messages. Nothing really there. Oh, it looks like we could have placed more events, but oh well. I wasn't really fond of those ones anyways. So let me jump forward to this purely hot lap. We want to do the time attack here, I think. So autocross, I believe we only get one chance at. Or do we get a couple chances? No, we only get one chance at that. We only get one chance at this one as well. I feel like I have a bit better of a chance with this event. See what happens here. Because I'm certainly not as good on this track as the actual F1 drivers. So we'll see how we do here. If I remember right, Miami last season was quite a bit of a struggle with us, especially in turn 5 there. Alright, that's turn 5. No, that's gotta be like turn 7. I don't remember. But that cost us quite a bit of time last time we were here. Caused some kerfuffles for me personally. So we'll have to see what we're able to accomplish here this season. Have this very long straight here as well. Need to be under 212 crossing the line. Really, if we're having a shot at the gold for this track. Now, I'd say that we're running well, but I don't think we're running quite that well at the moment. But to see here, actually not too bad there. We're 2 seconds. We're about 2:10 coming across the line there. We'll see how I can run the rest of the lap. This could be a really good event for me here. If I can stay consistent throughout this lap as well. Overall, a pretty good first lap there from me. I wouldn't say perfect by any means, but certainly not absolutely terrible. I think last time we came here, we definitely did the autocross event. I got pretty frustrated with that. Let's see what we can do here. Really doing well on the long straightaway. And our downshifts there. A little bit slow there. But we got a little bit of a time buffer here. It's not the end of the world. Let's see how we're doing here. We're definitely not in that gold range. Maybe be fine for a silver instead of a gold, but I think we're set up pretty well here. So we've still got another 12 seconds to make it back to the line. It is going to be a gold here. And the hot lap event. There's our gold, and that's going to bring us a little bit of extra cash as well as acclaim. Let's keep moving here. Past that one with flying colors. Granted, that's a little bit easier right now with the easier driving difficulty, I do believe. But let's head off to Miami. I'm going to jump into qualifying, or not qualifying. I'll jump into practice and then meet you back for qualifying. So through the practice sessions, Piastri and I were able to bring in 1,200 resource points. Let's take a look. I did get a discount on this. Got 2% discount more. Drag reduction. Where do I want to go next? The chassis are phenomenal. At least I believe so. Actually, we're sitting back quite a ways. And the powertrain, I don't think there's anything else. We can't do anything more with the power, at least at the moment. Where are we sitting? We're sitting up top on the fuel side of things. Let's look at everything here. We could get some improved gearbox. Actually, this is what I need to focus on for now. That ICE durability. You can see how far behind we are in terms of durability. Just because I haven't put much time into it. Need to work on that, considering that one was toasted after 2 races. It was at 83% wear. Already, we've run 10 laps and we're already up to 10% there. So we're losing about % a lap on that ICE. I'm going to go ahead and move the MGU-H to the second component as well. That should be fine. That should be fine. Everything else should be fine. So, quick look at the standings. We're currently in 6th. What is that? 28? Is that right? Behind Verstappen. And the constructors, that's going to probably be more of a long shot. We're way far back down the order from Mercedes in terms of that. But we'll go on and see what we can do. Let's head to qualifying. I think this could be a pretty good race weekend here for me. So, actually, let's just jump straight in. We don't really need to look at the screens there at all. So, I feel like through the low speed stuff, I'm really quite good at the moment. The only place I have some worry right now is, or at least in practice 1, it was a little rainy, so it'll be interesting to see if I still have problems here. If I was having problems down and the turn 1 getting slowed down enough. Does not appear to be a problem. Here now, just dry out. So, Trying to be aggressive through there as possible, but not take it too wide at the same time. About to see what we can do here. Quite a long straightaway, even here. George Russell has the fastest lap so far. Really a pretty good run through that lower speed section, and we are feeling phenomenal at the moment. Probably need to go down to second there. I've been trying to listen to the suggested gearing more, and that was a phenomenal lap. That was, granted it's qualifying, but that was faster than any fastest lap set today. And we're all right there, so let's accelerate through some time. We're not quite 3/10 up on everyone. Norris sets the fastest lap. Here, I think we're going to be perfectly fine just to kind of sit here, as we're quite fast, especially in sector 3 there. Russell now has the fastest lap. Yeah, we're going to be perfectly fine. We're sitting in 4th at the moment. Knocked down the order some there, but we should be perfectly okay to make it in the Q2, and we are. Sainz has a 5 position penalty. I'm not sure if that's going to be in the race. I believe that applies to the race. So interesting news there. I'm not sure what happened. I suppose we'll see. Let's just head straight out to the track once again. Need to be a bit more careful here. Paying attention to that leaderboard as we approach getting into Q3. Need to make sure we're solid to make it through into the next round. Good corner there. This is a good runoff for this straightaway. Maybe a little bit late back to the throttle there, but all good. Car feels so much better compared to last season racing here. I know it, especially last season, it just, especially in the S's there right after the first corner, it just pushed through the corner so badly. And that's what I really struggled with around here, was that pushing. So maybe we were even fighting arrow at that point as well, but I guess I was kind of blaming it on the chassis side of things and didn't focus on the aero side, but should all be good now. We'll see where the slot puts us. Can always come out later and run a second lap here. Lots of fast laps set so far. Puts me up in 4th. So let's see here. Let me go to the session info. Down to 6th. I didn't see if Piastri made it through. Did Piastri make it through? He did not, which is really quite unfortunate. Again, fastest sector 3. I'm going to advance here. I'm definitely going to have to run a lap. 8th. Going to go out right about now. So let's accelerate just a bit more time. That should be good. Should place us towards the back half of the group. Currently in 8th place. There's a caution up here for some reason just now. Making sure I get a good runoff. It looks like we're pretty much in the clear here. We're going to have one shot at this thing. As there's not going to be enough time to get back around to the start finish line before qualifying ends. That's the section I was talking about. That's where we were not so great here season 1. And I'm struggling through here right now quite significantly. I don't know if this can be a better lap at all. I'm down a half second already. That was a pretty awful run through that section. The worst I've had all weekend. Trying some different gearing through there. It's not going to help me at all. This is all for nothing. So we've got to hope that no one else can improve. Otherwise we're going to get pushed out of Q1. I did have a better launch out of that final main corner, but where does this put us? Does it actually put us in 9th? Could no one improve? We snuck in, so I guess we'll move on to Q3 now. I really wasn't expecting to move on there, considering that I didn't improve on my lap time. So why am I doing that? Just go to the track. Why is there a ghost car now? Oh no. We just came out on top of each other. Oh, is he conceding the... Okay, that's weird. He's conceding the position. Maybe I should have let him go so we could have a slipstream, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. Okay, good release out of that corner. Kind of drifted a little bit. Maybe shouldn't have done that. But that felt really good coming to the line. Let's get a good run through here this time. Very nice there so far. This is going to be the most crucial part. Much better. Much better. That was a phenomenal run through there. It's also a good run through there. Good run through there as well. See where this puts us. I'm not sure if I could put down much better lap. Keep it in the recommended gear there. Puts me up in the 4th at the time that I crossed the line. I'm not going to run another lap. In fact, I'm just going to we're just going to skip to the race and we'll figure out where we have qualified there. So let's head out to the race.
Well, it's no secret that F1 is booming in popularity right now in the USA. Today's race, one of 3 in the United States, is a testament to that. It's time for the Miami Grand Prix. Sitting at the southeastern coast of Florida, the Miami International Autodrome has 19 corners and 3.36 miles of racing. It's a circuit designed to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Either way, I'm sure it's one that will please the fans. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, the owner driver, Liam Lawson, Verstappen, Joe, Perez, Bottas, Magnussen, Leclerc, Stroll, Tsunoda, Albon, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Sainz, Teo Pourchaire, Oscar Piastri, Sargent, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is none other than Anthony Davidson.
Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today.
Why don't we discuss McLaren? We have some changes to the regulations, of course, which mainly revolve around the chassis this year, and unfortunately the early signs are that they've not adapted particularly well.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
Right, mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
So I have pulled a stupid once again. 2nd day in a row, actually. As you can tell, my lips are not moving at the same rate of the on-screen camera. That is because I forgot to unmute the mic. When I brought the camera back, I usually mute the mic for the race introduction. So as you can see there, going with the 1-stop or 2-stop strategy and seeing what we can do here. Decent getaway there. We already have a worn engine component for whatever reason. We get down the inside of Norris right off the start. Struggling here to get some warmth into the tires, find some grip there right off the start, and taking it easy through these first couple of corners as we move forward. Take it very wide there in the first corner, or that first time through that corner, making some contact with Norris as we fight him off the exit of that corner, whatever number corner that is. Not really got an answer for us. Down the long straightaway. Big snap oversteer there. Need to get through this little chicane here quite effectively. Try to put a gap between Norris and myself. We're kind of stuck between the McLarens and the Mercedes right now, trying to keep the clearance behind, but try to run down the Mercedes at the same time, but the Mercedes are already 2 to 2.5 seconds up the road. Norris takes a look down the outside. We're able to defend to the inside with the natural racing line there. Keep moving. Car feels much better through these corners than last season. Last season, if you remember, was very pushy through those corners, which I guess was a sign of needing some extra downforce in the car. But I just took it as needing to work on the chassis more, which ultimately didn't be worked on, but I opted for more chassis upgrades than aero upgrades, so downforce, and we're still seeing that the downforce is suffering some, so still messing with some of the gearing around here. It's a little bit different from practice, because pre-practice 1 was kind of rainy, so, and then we had the softs for qualifying, so still trying to learn here what shifting needs to be like, all that sort of stuff, and able to defend against Norris there as he tried to go around the outside of us. DRS is now enabled. Got a little deep to that corner, up on the curbs there against Norris. He has to give way. Running wide there. Does not set us up for success. Running wide here. And overdriving the corner. Norris gets past us. And we spin ourselves out around off the front of Joe Guan Yu. You have to spin it back around. You get going again. That's really going to hurt us for the rest of the race. We're in dire need of either a safety car or for those cars ahead of us to go with that two-stop strategy. Because I think that would help catch us up a little bit. We're making some mistakes here in the shifting simply because I'm trying to pull back up so those guys in front. We may be able to do that just because of the speed of the car, but they do have the advantage of the slipstream as well as the DRS train that they have going on there. They are also on the preferred tire, so not ideal there. And we're also racing a bit sloppy on track because of the fact that we're trying to make up some time there. So, we're doing our best to snap it oversteer there again. Pushing a little wide there. So it's still not perfect with the downforce, but definitely better. So better through that corner that time. I was finally able to kind of
4.2 seconds.
Point it in the right direction compared to what we had been doing. Probably our best run since practice through that corner. Good through that corner. They also changed up that shifting on me compared to qualifying in particular. They're having me shift up third through that long right-hander, but not here in the race. They want me to stay in second there, which I kind of struggle with all race, really, trying to figure out that balance. You can see we've already lost was rating about a second. Yeah, caution up ahead.
Someone's come off ahead
And it is Hulkenberg in the Alfa Romeo.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to
Looks
be on
like
hards
he's going
next
to
time.
be out of the session.
Green flag.
So it's us up a spot, but it's certainly a lot more to go in order to make your way back up into the points. Again, Hamilton is sitting 28 points above us. We need to try to stay consistent in order to put ourselves in contention for the championship, because that is really the goal in this short season, is to try to go for a championship. Even if we are unsuccessful, just going for that championship in general is a good goal, and will certainly create a lot of drama within the wrap up of the series. So we're down about a second to a second and a half since our spin compared to Sargent, and I'm starting to get confused as to why the cars ahead of me have not pitted, considering that they started on those softs. I'm not sure how they're really running that long compared to us, especially since, what was my two-stop strategy saying? 3 laps on the softs, and yet they're running 6 laps. Nobody's pitted yet, so they must be running at least 6 laps. Again, a little bit better through corner there, but you can really see on my face I'm genuinely concerned with why they haven't pitted here yet. Because I know how my tires felt at this point. Again, a shift up into third, that don't need to happen there. Just need to stay off the throttle some. I mean, here's the other thing, is there's still a gap in me because they do have technically the preferred tire here. Plus they have slipstream and DRS off of each other. So it's just a bad situation all around. For me at least. And still nobody comes into the pit. Go a bit wide into this corner. I'm looking at mini-map, sure. So at this point, I'm really confused because, I mean, they're able to run just as long on the softs as I am on the mediums. So maybe they're going to a soft to medium strategy, or not a soft to medium, a soft to hard strategy. Try send those hard send, but they've proven that they can take the softs at least 7 laps, so why can't they just take a set of mediums? That is going to be the worry here. So I had not thought about that at all in the race. We're still planning on the hard tire after this. Not making up any time. Dealing with some oversteer still. And I'm getting through that section better. Bit of oversteer there, as well as there. And just struggling to catch back up. Now we have some cars that are pitting up ahead of us. And so they're just doing the same pit strategy as me. And it appears, what tire compound are they going with? They're going with a medium. So maybe they're still on a 2-stop here. I'm still genuinely confused how they could go from a
Right, let's go.
soft
Come on. Perfect job on
to
the turn in there, mate. Looks like a
medium,
nice stop time. We're
considering
happy with
that
that one.
my
Okay, stay clear of the
best
white line on the
strategy
exit or
is
receive a
projected
penalty for
at
dangerous
a
driving if you cross onto the track.
medium to a hard. So they're a full compound softer than I am throughout the entire race, which is not going to help me here. I run super wide there again. Tires are still trying to get temperature. Ultimately, that's just me having troubles into that corner still. Down into heavy braking. Still waiting for some of those back markers to come in. Those will be in this lap. So really, those guys are running 8 laps on the softs. So it's really confusing to me why they go for like a medium to soft or
Oscar's coming in for his
run
stop now.
a similar strategy to them with the soft to mediums. I probably would have benefited us quite well up at the front. Maybe could kept closer to those Mercedes and away from the McLarens a bit more at the beginning of the race. Maybe could have prevented myself from spinning out. Get another alert that teammates in the pits. And
Oscar is
Piastri
into the pit lane. Oscar in the pits.
is still going to have roughly a 6-second gap to us, so we really didn't make up any time in the pits. And really at this point, I just have to hope for a safety car, but I think everyone's too spread out to do so, to bring anything out really. So, continuing here. If you're bored at this point in the video, pay attention to the dog on the floor completely passed out. Just living a good life. If you ever hear like a loud thunk in the recording, it's probably him just throwing his body up against the door. He's got a habit of doing that. So now that I've wasted a half a lap of your time talking about my dog, we continue here. Now nearly 7 seconds back from Piastri, all in a single lap. And we've got 5 laps to go here. And again, the field is just so spread out that there's not really any chance for a safety car. I'm still not getting through this corner great, and I mean, I'm losing a second lap. I don't know how I'm supposed to catch up, especially considering that I started in 4th. I'm not sure how I'm not able to catch up. Granted, they have the preferred tire, they have slipstream, they have DRS. But some of that doesn't make up for the fact that I should be much faster in some of these corners than they are, and yet I seem to be making up only a few hundredths or no time or even losing time in those corners. I should be making up some time in. So we continue to move here through the race.
Okay, that's 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
We've got 5 laps of fuel remaining. We've got 4 laps left in the race though. I need to change that setting, be able to control my engine level is just going to be difficult because of the fact that I don't have an F1 wheel. It's going to be a bit harder to change some of those things because I'm going to have to go into the heads-up display and change that engine mode manually throughout the race. And that just seems like a lot of work, so I haven't done it yet. But we constantly run into this issue of being given a whole bunch of extra fuel. That, or I suppose I could take extra fuel out of the car at the beginning of the race. But I feel like that's going to be hard to remember for me. So we'll see there. Still just losing time to the cars in front. Continue to move here, and
The turbocharger's on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
how are we going through these components so quickly? It really confuses me. As you can see, I'm going over to look at it here in the HUD. Compromising. I run through that little section of corners there. Then we're over to the components page, and we're at 68% wear on the turbocharger. And keep this in mind, I have only run practice 1, a quick practice 2, qualifying, and a full length Grand Prix at Bahrain. And then I ran in practice session 1 while I was qualifying, and the full race at Australia.
0.0 seconds.
Then I did practice session 1, qualifying, and now most of the race, and it's alright at 68%. I feel like that's a bit fast, considering they give you, what, 4 of these for 23 races. So it should last about 5 to 6 races on average. But I wonder if there's an accelerant on the various times for these engine components with the 10 race season. Because even for the ICE was done even at the beginning of Australia. So at that point I'd run practice 1, quick practice, and practice 2, qualifying, and Grand Prix at Bahrain. Then I'd run free practice and qualifying at Australia. And it was already, I'm guessing it was up to 60-65% at that point. For it to pop up that was wearing down already. And by the time we were done with Australia, that thing was up to 83% wear. We'd only run 80 laps on it, so that is pretty insane. I'm thinking there must be an accelerant on the wear for the components. Just because of how quickly everything is wearing. So I may ditch the effort to try to put some time into durability side of things, simply because it's not going to matter, and I think they're going to wear out just as quickly, but we'll see. We're on to our last lap of the race. We're down by essentially 11 seconds now. There's 11 seconds. So we have essentially lost a second lap since our spin, and that's kind of assuming, I guess not quite that, but close, because we spun on lap 3. Granted, we were 4 seconds behind once we got spun back around, so maybe we lost 7 seconds in 11 laps. Not quite a second lap, but still really, really bad there. And I don't see how they're pulling it from us quite so much, especially since we qualified in 4th. We should have had plenty of speed to keep up. Piastri had a terrible day, as he did absolutely nothing. Even though I've been working on his development, he's got good traits and fairly high rate as well. But we'll just move on here. So we'll head back to the main menu and see where we end up for next weekend. I don't even go through the driver standings here. I also forget to grab thumbnail, so let's move back to the main menu here a second, and we'll go
It's
from
got to
there.
be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continued.
Gaining nothing on signs there. We're still up by a point, getting a little bit of a claim here. See, I'm not even talking at the moment, just because I'm utter disbelief of everything. We get no money from the one sponsor for not getting any constructors, and that is about all I had to say. Heading off to Canada for the next race. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. Again, I'm stupid for not turning on the mic once again, but hopefully didn't notice too much of a difference. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one.